Alright, ladies and gents, so let's update on the program, on the build. So things didn't go as planned with some of these cuts. So some of the cuts have been made. As you saw in the clips, painted it, everything's dried off, everything's prepared. On this one, I ended up messing up. As you can tell, the Sawzall grabbed the actual, one of the backing plates of these. And so essentially what it did is it sliced off this piece off of this edge. And it's gonna be very difficult, or at least more time consuming, to clean all of this material off. Especially when we're talking about something like this, we can see visible material there. So the plan is, now I have to adapt. So you adapt to this situation. So the plan now is to actually make a cut here, making both of these pieces even, and cutting off this piece that's almost now rendered useless because it's going to be quite a bit weaker than this other bar that's solid all the way through. I'm going to cut this piece. I'm going to use the secondary backup plate that's already been painted as this plate, bolt it through, and then later on I'll look for a thinner gauge plate to put on the opposite end, if that makes sense. Is up. It's actually quite a bit more rigid than I thought it was going to be initially. Bolts will be trimmed eventually. There's very little play and movement, so once I have a crossbar installed, it'll make this a lot sturdier, even though I doubt it needs it.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Holes have been made. It's now 3-piece bolted. With 3 bolts holding it in place. It is definitely not as sturdy as the welded counterpart. I managed to make sure that it is balanced, even though this camera is not going to pick it up. I don't mind it. In fact, I even wish the other one, the bolt holes are facing out. It's going to make the second piece of this project a little easier, but I'd rather make the holes instead of having to destroy these or go back through that weld. It's not worth it. I considered putting a second bolt in, but the reality is that once I have the cross member and a couple other pieces making this a little sturdier, it won't be an issue.